This one is going to be a picture frame ornament. And they are going to be 2.5 by 3. And then I need strips that are 3/8 inch wide, 3 inch long, and then 2 that are 1 3/4. And by using pieces of thin fire, I'm going to make it so that you can slide a picture down in it. And this will be decorated with the date and then little holiday murini. So first step is to make a bunch of backs and a bunch of strips. I did not make sure my cutter was lined up straight, so these are wasted. Those won't work because they're crooked. What I should be using is 2mm thin fire, which I don't have. So I put 3 pieces together and I'm hoping that will work. I want it to be slightly inside the edge, about halfway up the piece of glass and halfway on the sides, so that the frame will stick together, but keep a little edge that you can slide the picture in. So I have to make sure that everything is lined up nicely, where it's half on the glass to glass and half glass, thin fire glass. And this piece is going to be entirely on the thin fire. And then you'll slide, when it's done, you would think you'd be able to slide this out. You won't, because the thin fire will break apart. And I'm going to need to line this up very carefully. And wait it while it dries, so that these tack together instead of apart. I think I'm going to weight the whole thing so that it stays in place. And then that will go in for a tack fuse. Before I do that though, I want to put a little murini decoration, and I want to put the date across the bottom. These are ready for a tack fuse. They have been decorated with a little murini. When they come out, I have to get the fiber paper out of there, and then they're going to get a glue-on bail. The frames, 2 of the 4 frames came apart. That's not good. So 2 of the 4 frames that went in the kiln last night separated. And I think it's because I did not smooth down the edges properly. So these I have really smoothed down properly with the grinder. And so when they touch, they will have a nice clean attachment point. I think I'm going to use Elmer's glue to attach them as well. See if that'll work a little bit better. This is a finished frame. They were not as successful. Only 1 out of 4 stayed together. The others came apart at the corners. Once it came out of the kiln, I washed it to get the fiber paper out. I need to get a little bit out there, but I just wanted to show you. If you had a photo, there's a slot in the top, and you can slide the photo right into the frame. It's still a little wet.
There you go. So the final step is to glue a bail on. And I had a bail that I really wanted to use, but realized it would interfere with the slot. So I needed one that was really narrow. So you pop it onto a ruler so you make sure you're lining it up. I used Gorilla Maximum Strength Clear Construction Adhesive. This stuff is amazing. It works really, really well. Pretty indestructible hold. You need to hold it in place for about 30 seconds. Because I actually tried to glue it before with the wrong bail. So get a nice clean surface. I use rubbing alcohol to make sure it's clean. And because this is pretty narrow, it will not interfere with sliding a photo in and out. Hold it in place 30 to 60 seconds. Let it cure overnight. And that is the third ornament for 2025 complete. It is all done with picture inside. I will post the other frames where I ground the edges properly in a short afterward, so this doesn't come out late. And as always, thanks so much for watching.